video, we're going to talk about how to debug some JavaScript and how to do this in a way that you don't have to keep doing deploys after making just small changes. And I'll explain what we're doing here in a second. But just to start out with, I've created a real simple application right here, and when I click submit, when I click this button, it's just going to pop up an alert. Okay, so that's my JavaScript I've got so far. So what you can do, and this might not be the best for everybody, but if you have access to the actual SBM server itself, like the file system, this could help you out because you won't have to do as many deploys. What we've done so far is in our application, I've created a here's my form. I just put a real simple button on it, and the only thing I've done is created an external JavaScript file. Okay, and so this is my JavaScript so far. It just has an alert in it, and I've attached that JavaScript file to my form. Okay, so then I deployed it. So the problem with it is if you've done any kind of JavaScripting before, you end up doing a lot of deploys to test your work, and that gets to be a little tedious. So this shortcut may help you out if you have access to the server. So the first thing you need to know is after you've deployed your app the first time, you go to the application itself right here, and you want to look for this number here. This is the design number. So in my case here, it starts out 8753. So where that number comes into play is after you do your deploy, you can look on the file system where you have SBM installed, and by default it's going to go to a path that looks like this. So it goes out to App Engine, bin, and in the JavaScript folder, this is where everything just got deployed. So if we look for that folder name in here, we scroll down, probably just past it, right here. So this is the folder name that is associated with this application, and if we drill into this folder name, we'll see a JS file with a strange name here. This name's not relevant really, but just know that if you had more than one file in here, if you had 4 or 5, you'd have 4 or 5 in here. So you kind of just got to figure out which one you're dealing with. So if we edit this file, we will see our JavaScript. So what you can do is make changes in this file right here. So let's just type right in here and then hit save. Okay, and we didn't have to do a deploy or anything, and now we have to do is come back to our form and just reload it, just so it grabs that script again. And we just changed it, and there's our new text that we just added. So you can troubleshoot, change, manipulate, do a whole lot of things with this file behind the scenes without having to deploy all the time. The one thing you want to make sure you do is after you've got your script exactly how you want it and it's working perfectly, you want to then copy what you've got here and then go back to Composer and put it back, override this stuff. Otherwise, if you did another deploy, that would overwrite your changes that you just did. So now if I deploy this one again, I will get these changes, and I won't have to. Oh, somehow I missed a space there. Anyway, do a deploy, and that's an easy way to work with your JavaScript without doing a whole bunch of deploys and things like that. So again, I would only do this on a test box, and you're going to have access to the box itself. So as soon as that's done, it's completed now. Now if we look at this file, we should still see our change we put in, and it should function in our real page. So that's it. Hopefully this helps troubleshoot or work with some of the stuff without having to deploy so many times.